Hey, it's Bitty Penny. Welcome to my channel. Yep, it's Thursday. It's almost 10 a.m. That bird's going to sing here in just a minute. And I'm doing a random live. What do you know? So, this is a random live, but I have a plan. And what I wanted to do was kind of just mention a couple of challenges that are coming up in July and let you know about them and I don't know, prepare for them a little bit is what I'm going to do. Hello, Sala. How are you? Hey, Princess Kelly. Hi. So yeah, I'm just gonna tell you about a couple of challenges. I'm gonna tell you how I prepare for challenges and Missy, hi, sweetie. Hey, Jackie. So let's just get right into it. For the last 2 years, so this would be the third year that I have done Junk Journal July. I couldn't find my book from last year. This is my book from 2022. Yes, January 2022. So this was the January Junk Journal January. But Meg also does Junk Journal July. And I just really like her prompts each time. Like every time I look at her list, it's something that really um, just makes me happy. Jean, oh my gosh, hi. And Stormy Swan and Ramona. Hi. Jackie Evans, Elsa. Hi, good morning, good morning. And Denise, it's so good to see you all here. A couple of people I don't normally catch at my 5 a.m. early bird lives. It's so good to see y'all. So, this was 2022, and this is my completed little journal. I did an accordion journal. Okay, they are the easiest. Any beginner, anybody can make an accordion journal. They are so super easy, and I just happen to love them. I love them because they are fun. Oh my gosh, look at these. Oh, I haven't seen this. I haven't opened this journal in a while. Oh my gosh, how fun is this? So yeah, it's just a really fun thing to take part in. I again really connect with like the prompts and just have fun with it. It's so fun for me. A lot of people might not get the concept of junk journals, but just this page right here. When I opened the door, I didn't remember what was behind the fairy door, but when I opened it, I see these little critters, and I remember now 2 years ago that our family was playing this game as a family, and it was so much fun. All four of us gaming together, having fun. And I have this little envelope in here, and it is the little things. And so with a journal, I didn't write anything on this day, but just seeing this image, it takes me back. It reminds me of like our family journaling or not journaling, but playing that video game. And so, you don't have to write a lot if you don't want to, or you can write whatever you want. But I love the beginning of a new year. I always get really invigorated by a new year. And so I really, some of it pertains to my life during that time, but sometimes it just pertains to my inspiration during that time, which this time I was just feeling very inspired. I need to revisit this. I might have to go back. I have videos. I might have to go back and see what ink color I used because I love the sepia kind of coloring that I did. And yeah, it's just fun. And so there's a backside because it is, oh, this is the year I got my typewriter. I got the Kmart Deluxe 100 made in Japan in 1967. I have a typewriter. And that's so cool. typed that out, so now I know the model, and I had totally forgotten. Look how pretty this, dang, this is pretty. I'm not tooting my own horn, but you know, it's just like, wow, I used some of my favorite ephemera and just was playing and having fun and writing things out, recording my life. So this was Music Brings Back Memories. You know, just little bits, rest and restoration. Nap Queen, that's me. To cease from action or motion, to be free from anxiety, rest or restoration. I added the definition of that. And so, yeah, I finished this. Now, at the end of this one I did in a month. Now, one thing about me is that I will do a challenge, but I have to do it on my own terms and on my own time. I'm not going to get stressed out by like a challenge. I don't allow it. I don't have my journal from last year, but I remember I had, I think, 2 days left. So last year when I did my journal with you guys, I didn't do every single day. I didn't finish it all, and that's okay. It's okay. I don't allow it to stress me out. Yeah, Ramona, I wake up at 5 so that I can have crafty time. So, you know, it's kind of crazy, I know, but the good thing is that, you know, there's replays. Candace, hi, how are you? It's good to see you here. And Angela, oh my gosh, 2 times in a row, 2 days in a row. I feel lucky too. I hope you rest well. I'm sure you're experiencing jet lag. And Jennifer, hello, how are you? I recognize you from PM Artist Studios. Thanks for coming over. Is Kmart still around? You know what? I think Kmart is around in Australia. So let's look at Junk Journal July prompts for this year. So Junk Journal July is organized and is by Meg Journals. So you can find her on Instagram. She has a great YouTube channel. She's really splendid. And let me just read some of the prompts. July 1st is Spark. The second is Postcard. There's fold, labels, lettering, wildlife, window, observe, scraps, thread, stamps, packaging, light, weather. So this list right away just kind of makes me, it seems like with this list, it's basically kind of items, a lot of items. So like a tag, a picture, threads, scraps, window, labels, postcards, stamps, packaging. I'm seeing mostly that that's kind of what this list is about this year. This is my first time looking at the list. I really liked the January has a mixture that I really enjoyed too, where it was a lot of those things like stickers and fabric and florals or pop of color, paper clip, junk mail, but then she also adds in a few other things like new beginnings, little moments, inspiration, positive vibes, simplicity, musical, and so it's a nice variety. So I just wanted to tell you about it. I am thinking about doing it, but you know what? Now that I flipped through this, I wasn't going to make a new journal. I was just going to use a journal that I already have going, but now I treasure this little journal and I'm thinking maybe I will make another one. So we'll see. I may even make it in this live. Who knows? Not me. Hey Cordelia, hi Yvette. So that is Junk Journal July. There's another challenge going on too from Carrie the Crafter, Carrie Griffiths. He is on YouTube. He is not on Instagram. Let me just find his channel real quick and I'll show you his channel. I'll leave both of these creators and their channels linked down below later. But let me just pull him. I found Carrie Griffith from Gail Augustinelli. They're big buds. And he's just a splendid crafter. Okay. So there's his page. And Carrie, you know, he's kind of like me. He just, in a way of like, well, first of all, we both decorate cakes. What? But anyways, he goes with the flow, I think, and shares his journey. So he used to do a lot of like ephemera making and junk journaling kind of content, collage, but he's really been into gel printing. And so he's come up with this jelly, let me find it, his introduction video, jelly postcard play. So he has a video, it's about 27 minutes. You can, I'll leave it linked down below later and you can go check it out, but I have the basic rules written down. Okay, so it's a hashtag driven thing. Now, I will say this. A lot of people watch YouTube and all these other creators like my channel, but you don't have a channel. You don't have an Instagram. You do things, you know, you're just on a creative journey, and I totally respect that. So you don't have to share what you're making, but you can still play along and be inspired. So he has this jelly postcard play is the hashtag. So if you're sharing, he has a few rules, but if you're just making these on your own, I say don't worry about the rules. Like, that's what I say. Anyways, so he has just really basic rules. It has to be a 4x6 postcard. It needs to have a jelly print on it or a byproduct of a jelly print. And there must be a number on the front of the card. The number is supposed to be like, he is asking that people post their postcards only one at a time, which is how I'm going to break the rules, because I just don't work like that. But you post one at a time. And so like if you post on the 1st, then you would have a 1 on your postcard. If you post on the 10th, you would have a 10, whatever. But yeah, if y'all have been following me, then you know that I do Marguerite Miller on my own terms. I do everything on my own terms because it's my craft room. It's my time, and I'm going to do things that make me happy. So I will be probably sharing on occasion. I'm not planning on doing 31 postcards. I'm not even going to wear myself out with that kind of thing, because that's how I feel about it and how I see it. Now, anyone who does do all of them, that's so inspirational, and I'm proud of you. Now, I got a box of 500 random postcards. Yep. I won it in an auction. I think I paid, even after the shipping, $20 for 500 postcards. And, you know, this is not what normal people probably do, but this is what I do. So, I know I'll use them, get use of them, pass them on. It's really Dee Dee's fault. It's not her fault. I love her. But she showed, Dee Dee Willingham, which I share with y'all frequently, shared some of her random postcard collages. And I was like, that's it. I need random postcards in my life. And I went to eBay, found an auction, and got these. So I happen to have a few postcards in my life. And I was already planning on, you know, collaging on some of these and doing different things with them. When I looked through them, which I did very quickly, even faster than this, I haven't actually gone through these very closely. I know that there are some that are kind of like duds, right? They were like filler, in my opinion. Those I'll just cover completely, and I'll have the back, which will have a postcard on it. Others I think will be really cool to add like collage. Like I could see myself collaging on this with other images and creating a funky, fun little postcard, right? So since I have 500 postcards at my disposal, I plan on going through these and finding kind of the duds that I might want to completely cover, or find pieces that I think would be interesting with gel prints. And when I say duds, so far I haven't found one yet. Oh my gosh, look at those swans. Um, so far I'm loving them all. And they all have potential to me, but oh, double swan. Woohoo. Um, I've been there, Zion National Park, so cool. But yeah, some of them I'm only going to put a little bit. Oh, look, Mount Rushmore. How fun. I'm always looking for dates. It doesn't have one, but these are fabulous. Just so good. Um, I know there's a dud. I know there's at least one. Hey, my hometown. Yeah, I know this place. Mm-hmm. This kind of feels like a dud, but maybe not. I mean, but definitely I could cover this with gel prints. And so I'm going to put that one to the side. I don't need a definition of a postcard on a postcard, but somebody was thinking outside the box. This is a dud, my friends. Pennsylvania generic postcard. What? Is this what? Yeah, that's a dud. So I'll have no problem jelly printing on that. This, it's not a dud, but it's a dud. So I don't have no problem jelly printing on that or covering it. We're going to call that a dud. Not a dud. Okay, chicken corn soup. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I like the turkeys. I can tell y'all a story about turkeys, but I got to be in the chat first. I was telling my daughter this story the other day. And Jennifer just gave me the thumbs up. She said, amen, play on your terms. Yes. Number one rule of Craft Club. The rules are suggestions. You do you. Stormy Swan, big hugs and kisses to you. That is so right. I know, Debbie, I'm never alive at this time. It's because I have the day off, because I'm supposed to be preparing my family to go on vacation. And here I am thumbing through 500 random postcards with you guys. So yeah, you know, I have my priorities in line. Dawn's here. Hey. Oh, she called you from the Statue of Liberty yesterday. I love that. I guess she's getting closer, Dawn. Is she on her way? Okay, turkeys. And then I'm going to come back to the chat. I used to take care of this property south of Austin, and it was 300 acres. And one day I'm out cleaning the pool, and I just, you know that feeling when you feel like something's watching you? You know something's watching. You know somebody's got their eyes on you. You don't know who. They're behind you. They're off to the side, but somebody's staring you down. So I'm cleaning the pool on a 300-acre ranch that is deserted. I'm the only person there. Just minding my own business, playing some music on a jam box, I'm sure. And I just couldn't get over that feeling like something was staring me down. It was a turkey. It was a wild turkey. And we had these trees that lined the outer edge of the pool, like off to the distance a little bit, probably about 15, 20 feet. There was a whole line of trees. And that turkey, that big old turkey, was playing peekaboo with me. And he would like go to the next tree and peek around the tree and look at me, and then think that I couldn't see his big old turkey butt and feathers hanging out on the other side of the tree. It was the most hilarious thing. But for like 5 minutes, me and this wild turkey played peekaboo. So yeah, I love the turkey postcard. That was a fun memory that I shared with my daughter the other day. So just a little story time. I'm not saying that America's a dud or the Olympics are a dud, and I know the Olympics are this summer, but that's kind of a dud for me artistically. These are amazing. Some of these I'm not altering, y'all, by the way. These will just go in like junk journals. Like we could make a Vegas junk journal and put these inside, and how fun would that be? These are legit, you know, original Vegas. This is Stardust. Well, there's Circus Circus, but I don't know what this is. It's lots of fun, though. And, I mean, these would be so cool in like a Vegas junk journal. Going on a cruise. More Vegas. Whoop, whoop. Uh-oh. Watch out. So many cool postcards. Oh, there's a lot of covered bridges. Okay, so anyways, about the July. So I have postcards. We all know that now. That has been covered extensively. Kite flying. And so I'm going to go through and find ones that I have no problem covering up. Swing into prom. Teen people. I think this would be good for Junk Journal July. So yeah, I want to go through these. I'm not going to do it all live here with you right now. But I'm going to find the ones. Aww. We could do a dog journal. See, like, not all these will get covered up. Or distressed or anything. But some of them most certainly will. And some of them I did buy for collaging. Cheers, cheers, cheers. 3 cheers from Chicago. So let me just pick a couple of more. That one, I have no problem covering that one up. Create your own government. Oh boy. Oh boy. Who knows what these say? Oh, Best Buy. Yeah, buddy. That one's going to get covered. Strictly personal. Yeah, that can get covered. Fossey. Probably. I mean, but like again, we could jelly print with that. Chances for children. Oh, the Duchess. The Duchess of York. I'm not making fun of anybody. I'm not. Okay. But you see what I'm working with. You don't have to have postcards to prepare for this challenge that Carrie's hosting. You don't need any real postcards at all. I just happen to have a few. 4 by 6. Well, I'm going to show you. And maybe I've got ideas. This is an idea kind of stream. So yeah, there you go. Showing off my postcards. Oh, the Waving Girls from Savannah. Yeah, I mean, they're really kind of fun to go through and see what's up. So jelly printing, some of you here may jelly print, some of you may not. These are gel prints that I've done here with you guys. I don't know, I kind of recorded a video and I've been too lazy to edit it, so I may have a lot of jelly prints you haven't seen me make, but these are the gel prints I've made or painted pages in the last month. I have little pieces, big pieces. I have some on book pages. And basically, this is fodder for this challenge. I mean, it's fodder for junk journals and all kinds of things. These are the ones I did on scraps. These are the painted pages that we did together on my channel. You have seen the video of my painted pages, probably, maybe, possibly. There's some also, I jelly printed on scraps. That's the video y'all haven't seen that I've been too lazy to edit because it's like an hour and a half of footage. But yeah, so I've got lots and lots of this stuff. These are painted pages. Painted pages, jelly printed lace, more jelly prints. A lot of these are PM Artist Studio. So while I have their stuff out, both of these are, they created a printable for this challenge because they're a part of Carrie's on their design team and they're on his jelly challenge team. And they created a printable. I think it has 9 pages and they put it on sale. It's on sale right now. If you don't have jelly prints, you know, you can use like a printable of gel prints and just print it up and use those because the printable that PM Artist Studio is selling is of their gel prints. So if you don't actually gel print, that doesn't mean you can't participate. Also, if you don't gel print, you don't want to gel print, you don't have a printer, but you want to make some fun postcards, I'm just going to tell you that painted pages are also a possibility. So let me get past, some of these really need more printing. I've kind of got to go through these and figure out which ones are done and which ones need more work. I like this one a lot. This one's pretty much done, like ready to play with, but some of them are not. I obviously just shoved them in a big old pile and walked away. But in this pile, I grabbed my painted pages because maybe gel printing isn't your jam, but you have acrylic paint and stencils. This one is gel printed, but I also use stencils and just used gel acrylic paint and painted through the stencils. That one too. Okay, these are gel prints that you may have seen the video for this week that I made. So they're down here in the pile. In this video, I used pastels, dry chalk pastels. Okay, and I like to gel plate or gel print on different types of paper. This is a rice paper, especially for collage. I don't particularly like a real thick paper for collage. All right, here are some painted pages that we made together. This is just acrylic paint with a like gift card or credit card, whatever. All you do is put a drop of paint on like a surface, pick it up and drag it, and you've got painted papers, and then I stamped over it. Here's some where I did more dragging, and then I used like a toilet paper roll and stamped with it and scribbled over it. So these are painted papers. There's no, you know, you can just be inspired. You buy the challenge and participate in your own way. I can say that because, well, look, I even gel printed acetate, y'all. I had never done it before, so I was like, let me gel print acetate. Look at what came out. I really like it. I think it will be a fun addition and bits and pieces to a project. But yeah, you know, if you're not sharing, you're not on the team, I say do whatever makes your heart happy. Be inspired by the challenge and participate in a way that makes you happy. I love this page. This one needs some serious work. So yeah, these are just some like really random prints that I've done recently. None of them are groundbreaking or really like magical, but they will work for this challenge. And again, I'm not going to be doing it every day. I'm just going to do it even if I get 5 cards done. Let's see how many I pulled the duds. 12. Even if I did 5 to 12 postcards and I participate in some way, then that's a win. That's what I say anyways. Okay, so those are a couple of challenges that are going on in July. And you may like challenges, you may not like challenges. I do like challenges because I think it's a good way to connect with others and kind of, you know, be, I don't know, I just like working on similar projects, inspired, using the same jumping off point, but making it your own, making things in time with others. It's just like a way to be connected by participating in challenges that I really like. You don't have to be on a design team. You don't have to have a huge presence on any social media to take part, you know. But I think they're really cool, and I do like participating in challenges. So here is my big old pile of random painted pages and gel prints, which will be so great for this upcoming challenge. So I'm going to keep those handy, and what I'm going to do is just grab like a random bag, because I keep these, and I can just throw all of this stuff in there if I want, and I can put my postcards in there, and I'm ready. Now I'm ready. That's all I'm going to do. That's how I'm preparing. So I wanted to tell y'all about those two. And to me, I think you could combine the two. You could do the Junk Journal July. You could do some of those prompts, but on Carrie's 4x6 postcard format with add a little gel print, you know, painted papers, whatever, and play along. I think there's going to be quite a few people playing along and sharing. So the other thing about these kinds of challenges is being able to find inspiration. So yeah, I'm not like committing to doing all of it or following all the rules, but I am going to play along. What, Debbie? I wasn't reading. I catch up later, Debbie. It is like a treasure chest of postcards. Oh, hi, Happy Place Crafting. Yes, yes. I think Carrie is so wonderful, and I definitely wanted to do my part in spreading the word, and I want to play. I think it's so fun. Oh my gosh, Debbie, I have done a lot of prepping with that that 8-track player. I have prepared. I am preparing for how I'm going to put that thing together. I don't have any of the materials here because my husband's testing the 8-track player for me currently to make sure it works. It said on the little post-it note that I bought it with, said we think it works. So he's testing it for me to make sure it works. Oh, Dawn, you're so funny. She said that card that had yellow on it wasn't all the way a dud because it had yellow. Yeah, my favorite color. Oh, thanks for all the encouragement for thumbs up and everything. Hi, Linda Gorman. How are you? I'm going to Galveston Island for vacation. It's just a few hours away. It's not a big vacation. It's a little summer, just a weekend getaway, really. We're doing a big vacation for Thanksgiving this year. So that's what we're kind of saving up for and gearing up for. We're doing like a 12-day vacation to Florida. Oh, hi, Debbie. Oh, she says, loving all the postcards, and the date doesn't matter too much for Mount Rushmore. The rocks haven't changed. She said, except for the time when I was 8 and they were trimming the tree out of Lincoln's nose. Oh, what a memory. How cool. Debbie, I have a childhood memories journal. If I had a story like that, I would definitely put it. I have an art journal that's dedicated to some childhood memories. I would definitely put that one in there. Which I do. Here, let me do something with my hands since that's all y'all can see. I do have a new memory I want to put in there. I was telling Sparkle Heart about it yesterday. So I do need to get that journal back out. Hi, Debbie Trapp. How you doing? And by the way, Debbie, Debbie A. We have Debbie J and we have Debbie A. But Project 39 mini albums is Debbie A. So I watched you make a mini album the other day. I always tell you this, but I have to say it again. You are a master. You have mastered the mini album, my friend. And you're a total inspiration. And every time I see you make a mini album, I'm like, I'm going to do it. I'm going to go and make a mini album. And then I don't. But I always think I'm going to. You make me feel like I can. You give such expert detail, dimensions. You explain everything so well. You and Desiree are like my two favorites when it comes to people, like teachers on YouTube. You explain things so well. So to keep my hands busy, and I'm still going to catch up with you guys, we're going to make an accordion journal like this one. It is so easy. If you've never made one, I'm going to show you how easy it is. This is going to happen really fast, and it's super quick and easy. Oh, this is fun. I forgot about this page too, where I created a tag for each person in our family. Oh, forgot about that. Man, journals are so fun, junk journals. So yeah, like junk journal July is definitely my speed. But see, I think what I'll do is make some postcards from Carrie's challenge and decorate my junk journal with them. So let's measure this with that in mind, because if I'm going to be sticking postcards in it, it's going to be kind of fun because they could hang out the top or the side of the accordion journal. Probably need to be mostly top tuck, but that would be cool. Oh, I know. Debbie and Larry, they just get up to so much fun. So this is just really random. I don't know what this was for, but I can tell it's chipboard and patterned paper, and then this is just chipboard. Luckily, they're the same size. Let me tell you how big they are. 5 by 5.5. Cool. I like it. I think what I'll do is 5.5 wide. That way, if I put a pocket on and it's just 5 inches tall, we'll see about an inch of the postcard sticking out. You can make an accordion journal any size you want. You can make them any size. There are no rules. Look, I have another one. They are so fun. They are one of my favorites when it comes to junk journals. This is an accordion journal. She's little. She's 3.75 square. This is the art journal one that I made. I haven't put this video up. If y'all want to see how I made this, let me know and I'll put it up. It's unedited, but it's already loaded to YouTube. I just have to release it. But yeah, you can make an accordion journal any size you want. Hi, Mary in Montreal. How you doing? That was a fancy card for Best Buy. Okay, let's pick some paper. It's not gonna look like that. It's okay. I don't want it. I don't want it to look like that. All right, July, July, July. Well, I don't like a real, let's look back again at this one. It wasn't, I just picked my favorite papers. Like I remember I just absolutely loved this koi paper and I was hoarding it. So it's like, journal cover for me. And then I just thought this one went well. But you can tell, like, I just used book page and this watercolor paper to, and this is a book page, and this is patterned paper. To make my pages, I used a variety of different paper types. So we can do that again, but I do think I'll keep it kind of neutral. I did really enjoy having kind of a neutral base to build off of. So let's kind of, I'm going to pick kind of a neutral paper for this. I'm just looking through my papers. You know, my friend Jessie, she's like, I don't love Maggie Holmes at all, but I still love your channel. I love Maggie Holmes. So this would be, there's definitely some great neutrals. Ooh, I have a thing for grid paper. I don't know what it is. It's kind of weird, but I definitely have a thing for grid paper. This won't take forever. I just have to flip through once. Ooh, I love that too. Let's just do that. So I think I have my covers, my front and back cover. And then it is July, which, hello ocean. And I'm going to try to scrapbook with Sparkle Heart for our trip that we're taking to the beach. Just a little quick scrapbook. One that I actually picked up with Debbie J. This one, Debbie J. I think we might try to use this little 6x6 scrapbook with her and record our trip. There's just enough pages and it's small enough for a weekend getaway. But I could see us using this paper in there for sure. But we can also use some in this journal. I was saying neutral. This is a really pretty kind of like burlap, but it has these shells. This is really pretty. So we'll use that one. Yes, Dawn, just do it on your own terms. That's what I say. I don't let things like challenges stress me out. I don't even let design team stuff stress. I try not to let very many things. You know, there's enough stress in life. I try not to allow it to permeate in my craft room. So I kind of just have to do things on my own terms. By the way, Meg at Meg Journals, I did watch her video for the announcement of Junk Journal July 2024. And she made a really cool accordion journal. you've got to see it. I encourage you to go watch it. It is worth every minute of your time. She's so fun and so free. And she made her pages out of scraps. I'm clearly not doing that. Here's my covers. Aren't they pretty? And then here are some pages for the inside. They've got a very subtle summer July vibe. All right, so let's do this. I wasn't planning on making a journal. But, okay, it was 5 by 5.5, but I'm just going to measure it again. Measure twice, cut once. I'm going to cut these an inch larger. So I'm going to cut it 6 first. I have both sheets in here, by the way, both my covers sheets. I'm going to cut it 6 first, because that way I still have a whole half of my page, which is 6 by 12. And now I'm going to cut this down to 6.5. Okay. And obviously these cutoff pieces could be in our journal pages as well, if we want them. Okay, now let's take these and put a 1/4 inch score, right? Was an inch big enough? Debbie can tell me. I don't know. I think an inch is big enough. Yeah, an inch is big enough. Because we can do 1/2 inch on each side, which is plenty. Starting to question myself. So 1/2 inch. On each side. Okay, so did that for that paper. Gonna do the same for this one. Oh my gosh, I feel like I'm gonna sneeze again like I did yesterday. Well, I didn't sneeze yesterday, but I really don't want to sneeze. All right. Miter. Debbie, I still miter this old choppy way. I know you have a very clean version now that I see you do. But I do it the old choppy way. So mitering, in case you don't know, see when we score, we create this corner right here. And by mitering the corner, you're cutting just a little bit on this side of the line and a little bit on that side of the line, which makes it easier to fold. You don't get the wrinkling. If you cut too much, it'll show your base, which might make you unhappy. So be conservative, but do get on the other side of it. It doesn't have to be perfect because I'm going to line these, but that is all the cutting we need for these covers right now. And then I need to decide which one's going to be my front cover and which one's going to be my back cover. So now, is this double-sided tape? It is, yay. Just, I don't know. I just like to slap a couple of pieces on like that. I don't have to worry about this going anywhere because it's going to be in a little paper pocket, basically. So I'm going to put this down. Okay. And now I really don't like this ATG gun, but I'm going to use it because the only thing I'm wanting this tape to do right here is to grab it. But the glue is what's actually going to do all the heavy lifting. That ATG does not hold. It's not archival in the sense of like it's not going to stay forever, but this glue will. So I just put the ATG down to help stick it down. Train it to bend. Okay, and then I'll stick the two sides down at once, and then the top and the bottom, like that. See, the ATG just helps it grab while the glue is drying. There we go. One cover done. Let's do the next one. I think this is going to be my back cover because it's a lot stiffer than that front piece. How you doing, Cheryl? You remember some of those papers, Cordelia? That blue brick, yeah, isn't that cool? That's a PM Artist Studio. Oh, Jean, she says, Biddy, are you saying I should get my gel plate out of the box and use it? What, really? And get it dirty? Yeah, Jean. Girl, you should see how dirty my gel plate is. Oh my gosh. Yes, get it out of the box. I have been using mine more, but Jean, no judgment, because honestly, on average, I can say I probably gel print 5 times a year typically, but I have been inspired to do more lately, and so it is fun. It's very freeing. I think it's for me personally, is the most freeing art form because I'm not worried or concerned or really trying to get any specific results. And I think I'm always just kind of pleasantly surprised. And if I'm not, I just print over it until I am. Or I cut it up. Gel prints look really good cut up sometimes when they don't look great or really all that impressive as a sheet of paper, and then you cut them up and you're like, oh wait, that's cool. Okay, we've got our front and back covers done. Okay. They are going to go sideways like this. Yes, yes. Everyone's with me. I'm catching up to all of you. Yeah, isn't that gel print acetate pretty cool? I like that too. You're already challenged, Jean. Oh gosh. Yeah. I feel ya. I feel ya. Me too. It does look like fingers. I know. It's a piece of like coral, but it kind of looks like fingers. I agree. Bye, Cordelia. I know you're probably long gone because I'm always catching up, but Junk Journal July. It's fun, Dawn. A weekend getaway is so refreshing. Sometimes it's like all you need. When I take long vacations, I want to retire. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to work after taking a long vacation. So little short ones are always kind of like rejuvenating, and then I don't have a hard time going back to work on Monday. And I like my job, but I still feel that way. Okay, so we're gonna do pages that I think are 4 3/4. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut these pages down to 4 3/4. I did 3 at one time. Whoop, whoop. I'm gonna consider these scraps. I know, they're big, beefy, awesome scraps. Okay, and now then I'm gonna take one of these, and okay, looks like this one. Now I'm gonna flip it. So I'm gonna take them like this. This is the order I'm going for here. Okay, and what we can do is you can measure. I'm really glad I did the butterflies so I can like know the direction of my paper. You can measure and score if you want, or you can kind of just fold them like this. Okay, and I was just using my journal cover as my first guide, but now that I've got that first page figured out like that, now I can come in and kind of just basically accordion fold these pages. So see how this page is a little extra? Well, that's great, because that's what's going to attach it to our next page. Now you can attach it all the way back like this. Or another option is you could attach it further, you know, closer to the edge. I would leave at least 1/2 inch connecting point like this if you want to. I'm gonna go, or you can go like right here, which is what I'll do for this one. So I'm gonna take this, you can use tape or glue, whatever you want to use. I'll just use some glue. You could make this a little pocket, we can do that. We'll just put glue right here, right here. It's going to be a narrow pocket, but we can totally do that. Oh, did I not connect those? Okay, well that's fine. We'll get there. Let me get those connected. You can glue it all the way, not make a pocket. That's fine too. Okay. Fold. Another thing that I did for the last 2 Junk Journal Julys is I did multiple prompts together at the same time. So let me count my panels. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, but really 12 because we have the back side too for the most part. I think I will add one more sheet. So let me trim this one down, and we did 4 3/4. Yep, just confirming. 4 3/4. Okay. Now, I think I will go ahead and flip it to this side. And I'm going to move it and do what I said you could do, which is connect it just like with 1/2 inch of glue or so. If you don't use glue, you can use tape. Just make sure it's a really strong tape. ATG is not like a terrible tape. It's just I live in a very humid climate, and that's why it doesn't hold. Any card that I make, anything I make with ATG will fall apart in your hands in 6 months and my climate. Trust me, I've had that frustration. I have felt that frustration many times, and that's why you don't see me using it. Okay, there we go. Let's attach this to our covers, and we've made a journal, and that's exactly how fast and easy it is. Now let me show you something. Hi Gladys, my sweet friend. Yes, small art challenges are really fun. And I think that that's the thing that's like, it's not terribly intimidating. Okay, so let's look at the closure that I did on this journal. I just took a piece of sari silk and I ran it through the back page here, behind the back page, and enough to come around the front and tie together. So I think I really love this approach. So I think it's the exact same thing I'll do again. If it's not broken, don't fix it. So I think that that's the exact closure that we'll do for this journal as well. So the front cover, which is this one, can go directly down if we want it to, which I do. And then the back cover, I'm going to glue down. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to cut this piece off probably. But I'm also going to put another piece behind it to really stabilize it. But first, I'll put my ribbon through here. Okay, so let's figure that out together. So if this is going down, which it is, and the ribbon is going to be underneath it, and it needs to be a long enough piece going across the back cover that we can fold it over the top and tie it down. So ribbon's next. Let me grab the ribbon. Kathy Grant, this is your first live. You've been hanging out with me for so long. It's a rainy day. I love rainy days in Seattle. How you doing? Paula Rice, checking in from Indiana. How you doing, sweet friend? Oh, Jean placed an order for some dies. That paper from 2017. Yeah, Debbie. I know. That crafty hoard goes way back, doesn't it? Candace Brill, how are you? Yay, you made your junk journal. I'm starting my first one, and it has an Ocean Victorian mermaid theme. Wow, that's a fun first junk journal to make. Mine just had a bunch of scrappy paper. Oh, PM Artist Studio. Hey, Mariah. I assume that's you, but hey to Patricia as well. I'm looking for ribbon real quick, you guys. Oh gosh, I have to use this one. I just gotta. It's awesome. I know it's not neutral. Most everything else is neutral. Oh, by the way, Mariah, I've been talking about Carrie's postcard challenge, and I'm also making my junk journal July journal real quick. And I mentioned your printable, which I actually purchased this morning so I can show people what it looks like, your gel printing printable. So yeah, we've been talking about you. I bet your ears were burning. So I'm gonna leave this. I was gonna cut it off, but I'm just gonna leave it. Can't hurt to have extra reinforcement. This glue bottle is clogged. We'll see if we can do a quick fix, but I think I have to take it to the sink, which means I'm not gonna use it. I can't even get that thing off. I usually have to use a wrench to get that. Let's just use this one. It's not clogged. Yeah, I'm just gonna glue this down like that. Okay, and now let's take this amazing ribbon and make our closure with it. I like enough that I'm not going to be stressed about if I can tie it in a bow or not. Plus, here's the other thing you have to think of when you're making, sorry, just throwing things around. When you're making these accordion journals is that you want an extra long ribbon because as you journal in it, you need more ribbon because your book gets thicker, you know, it gets more chunky. So as you're putting more things in it, it's expanding, and you want to make sure you've given yourself enough ribbon that if it expands, you can still tie it together, right? So that would be real chunky, but hey, I'm not judging. You make your journal as chunky as you like. Just keep that in mind. Sharon Luska, holy cow. Oh my gosh. Look, I'm always behind in my comments, okay, y'all? I just saw Sharon popped in. Sharon is one of my old time crafty friends here on YouTube. And she's a sheer delight, a creative force, and a lover. Hey, Sharon. Good to see you. Kim, you're awake. That's good. It's like a normal hour for you to be up catching one of my lives. I saw you you always apologize for missing my lives, and I want you to stop doing that because first of all, they're not planned. Second of all, it's like 2 a.m. for you usually when I'm going live. I would rather you be sleeping, my friend. So don't ever, nobody, it's not just Kim in Alaska, but it's just any of y'all. Don't feel bad. And that's what the replay is all about. Okay, so I really want to secure this gorgeous ribbon down and make sure that as many times as I open and close it and tie it together, I'm not going to destroy my journal. So just one more. Give it the Richard Penny effect. That's my dad, who's in heaven. And if a shingle took 3 nails, he'd put in 9. So that's the Richard Penny effect. If it could hold with 3 strips of glue, I'm gonna put 9. Okay, let's attach our back page. I'll put a little glue on it. If you put a little glue on it, then you have more of a chance of repositioning it if you don't get it exactly where you want it. So just put a little glue on it. Plus, I didn't take the tape all the way to the edges where the paper is going to be because I didn't want to mess it up. All right, that's going to hold. That's going to hold for however long I need it to. Before you start gluing pages in, if you have directional paper, it's a good time to check it. I'm not working with directional paper today, so I don't have to worry about it. But see, I need to lift it already. I didn't line it up quite right. I'm gonna keep my pages together. I gotta stand over it. I can't see what y'all can see. There we go. Okay, I am going to cut a piece of paper and put it back here just to give it one more layer of reinforcement. I know I'm going to journal on it, and I'll probably add paper then too, but just to make me happy, which is why I craft in the first place, is to make me happy, I'm going to put a piece of paper back here. And I don't feel like measuring it, so I'm doing it this way. Okay. Trim it up. And then I'm going to come read and see what y'all are talking about. Oh, brother, where is... I know I didn't cut it off. I just didn't mark it dark enough to see it. So let me mark it dark enough to see it. Oh, now I see it. It just wasn't quite dark enough. Okay. Now I really don't have to worry about that page. Oh, Sally's crafting with her 3-year-old. Oh, that is so fun. Yeah, I'm going to try to get Sparkle Heart and Young Z, my son, to maybe do a little scrapbooking with me. I want to start scrapbooking. I really need to get our memories recorded. What left I have of mine. Okay, and then now we're going to do the same thing with this one. And then we have built a journal. See, anybody can make an accordion journal. It doesn't take a ton of supplies. There is no rocket science. Look at that. Yeah. And yeah, I made it extra long, but that's okay because it's pretty. That'll be my closure for it. Let's just add this on real quick. I need to order more 5/8 inch double-sided tape. This is all I have left. And I know that because I just did inventory. You guys, I am releasing a video tomorrow that I hope all of you will watch, whether you're a card maker or a junk journaler or all the above, or no matter what you do. If you have a craft room and you're crafty, I hope you will watch this video. So I have come up with 8 tips. I'm going to tell y'all because I always like to share sneak peeks and stuff in my life. I've come up with 8 things to do in your craft room if you're not feeling creative, if your mojo is on hiatus, okay? And I hope you guys enjoy it. They're like tried and true things. These aren't just like, oh, let me make a video with 8 tips. No, no, no. These are the things that I do, the things that help me, that I know can be helpful to others. And some of them, of course, you probably already do, but I put it in a video. Okay. So you just line the top cover up to the back cover for this one. And there it is. We made a journal. Yeah. Oh yeah. Pam. Pam, 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 Pam. How are you? There we go. I have July junk journal made. Let's look at the other side, because that's what's fun, is there's two sides. Fun, fun, fun. That's plenty of space for me for Junk Journal July, and for when I participate in Carrie's postcard challenge. Grab some handy dandy postcards. Then I can make like a pocket if I want. And I love that it's going to stick out from the top. And so this little accordion journal is going to have jelly printed postcards also sticking out. So it's like a way that I get to do both. Isn't that fun? If you guys are interested, definitely, I'm going to leave the links down below to basically Carrie and Megan, or Meg, and also to PM Artist Studios, in case you don't gel print, so that you can pick up a digital if you want. Here is our journal, based on, again, something that's tried and true for me. I love accordion journals. This ribbon, I can tell I'm going to fuss with sometimes, but when she's tied up, in a bow, it's beautiful. So that's it. That's how to make an accordion journal. Super fast, super easy. Yay, yay, yay. And see, what's great is I'm going to have to consider that most of my postcards need to be probably in a vertical portrait orientation instead of landscape. But if I have a landscape one, you know, you can always take a postcard out and look at it. But yeah, these will just tuck in. That's my plan. How much of it I'll get done, I don't know. I'm not pressuring myself. Hey, Card Crazed. Let me look it up for you. I'm making a 5 by 5.5 inch journal, but you can make an accordion journal in any size you want. There are no limits. There's no bounds. You can make them super huge if you wanted to. Little bitty, you know, with just this one was to tell a story with Desiree stamps. So, you know, little, sweet little art journal, or bigger, like a regular journal. You can make them like this size, my typical size journal, which is like a 9 by 6. You could totally do that as well. Any size you want. I just recommend that your front and back are the same size. That's it. It's not a deal breaker though. I mean, you could have, I wouldn't think that you would want your front cover to be a different size, but I could totally see an adorable idea already popping out of my head, is that like if you made like a cozy cottage journal that's accordion. Oh, I love this idea. And the little house opens up, but the back cover back here is taller and has like a roof. Wouldn't that be adorable? Yeah, I mean, just, that's what's cool about these. You can make them, they open up like all kinds of possibilities. I really like the idea of making a coat, like, I'm gonna write it down in my ideas journal. A cozy, wow, I can't talk. A cozy cottage accordion journal. I'm writing it down. If y'all thought I was chasing squirrels yesterday with 5 hours of sleep, I've had 4 hours of sleep last night. Those squirrels don't have a chance. I'm going to be chasing all of them down today. But wouldn't that be so cute? Like, because you like open up the house, right? And see inside. Oh, I have one. If y'all want to hold on a second, I'll go get it. I know, replays aren't quite as fun because you don't get to have the interaction. I know, but they are there. Is there a secret to how you choose your patterned paper together? No, I don't have any secrets, Sharon. I mean, the journal I just journaled in is kind of a secret because it has all my YouTube ideas, and those are like future videos. That's the only secrets I got. But I just, like, for this one, I chose neutrals. Okay, first of all, it's July, so I kind of chose, like, beachy themes. So this has, like, seashells, real subtle ones, and a seashell there. And then this other side, that kind of reminds me of sand dollars. But I chose neutrals because I did neutrals in this one and really enjoyed how it came together. I thought it just worked for me to have a neutral palette to work with. So yeah, that's kind of, that was my thought process today. My thought process, I'm like you, Sharon, my thought process could change tomorrow. Let me go grab that other journal. Y'all just hang out and chat. I'll be right back. All right, guys, I'm back. And I didn't find the journal I was looking for. Oh, well. But I found this other one, the one that I mentioned previously about my art journal where I'm recording like childhood memories. I haven't done an entry in here in a long time. And this one's very touching even now because we just lost a dog in the family over the weekend. But this was about me getting my first dog and some of my other dogs that I had who've crossed the Rainbow Bridge. My encounter with Steve Martin and getting to work with him, tornado stories, my neighbor's RV being wrapped around our telephone pole, and being on a reservation in Oklahoma and going through a tornado and the different experience that was. A crazy camping trip with my brothers and the Boy Scouts. So yeah, it's really fun. This is just, I have a lot more stories to record in here and more work to do. But this is a Ranger, I didn't make this journal. This is a Ranger journal that I bought intentionally because it had this heavy duty paper that could take a lot of saturation and a lot of abuse. So yeah, this is kind of, I really do love to journal. A lot of people always ask me, it's like a comment that I always get, like, you make all these journals, do you actually use them? Yes, I love to journal. And just picking up this one today that I've opened many times with you guys in this live has been so fun to see the things inside of it, the memories. So I'm really glad that I'm going to make that I've sat here with you guys and made another one so that I can do Junk Journal July, do the postcard thing, and, record more memories. So, hope you guys enjoyed this. I know, it's so hard. So we lost my dad's last dog. So we lost my dad. My dad passed away in 2018. And his two dogs, I mean, you know, he and my mom, but their two dogs lived until this year. We lost them both in the last 6 months. So that made it really hard because those were like his dogs, but we loved them dearly. They were all of our dogs. I have the cutest picture when I was taking care of them at Thanksgiving this past year. My mom was out of town, so I was taking care of the dogs, both of them, and they were giving me big kisses on the face, and I got a selfie of them kissing my face. So I'm going to print that picture up and frame it and give it to her, because it was just a fun, again, memory keeping is so important. So you may look at these things. I always have to find more purpose in my paper crafting. So I love donating cards because then I feel like I'm touching someone's life in a meaningful way. So I love being a card maker because I feel like as a card maker, we get the opportunity to touch people's lives in a meaningful way. And then, but also as a journaler, you know, journaling our lives, being a memory keeper, recording our memories and the special people, the little moments, all the little things. I think it's so important. I think for me personally, it makes all this paper and glue more and more purposeful, more important. It makes it not just feel like it's not just the art therapy. I mean, obviously, I think most of us do it because it feels like therapy almost. Like it just makes you feel so good making and creating. I think we were born and made to create. And so not only do we get the joy of the process, but there's a lot of purpose and meaning behind the things that we make. At least we can make it that way, you know? Yeah, Kelly, like she says, I also love to donate cards. So yeah, it just feels good to help others and bless others. And then we get to do it with all these fun things and with our passion of paper crafting. I mean, it's a win, 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 win. Your family still talks about your late dog memories. Yeah, like this page right here is from 1980, let's 83. This is from a memory right here from 1983, my bear dog. And then, but Max was in the 90s, and Lucky was our transition dog between Bear and Max. And, you know, they do stay with us in our hearts. They definitely make an imprint on our hearts. So yeah, I still think about those dogs. Oh, Sharon, will you be in Florida around American Thanksgiving time? The last week of November? I will be visiting Florida from top to bottom and back up to top again. So if you're there, I'd love to see you too. Just like inviting myself to the party with you and Jackie. I want a party. I want to hang out with y'all. I'll bring glue and scissors. I always have my crafty bags packed, y'all. Well, I had fun hanging out with y'all. I hope y'all had fun. I hope you're feeling inspired. Check out the challenges if you want. Don't if you don't. I get it. There's also Christmas in July. There's all these things. Yeah, Debbie, right? I know. Like, let's party. Oh, it's based on your husband's calendar. I see. And Card Crazed, she says, I donate cards to a local nonprofit who sends out Christmas cards and other cards during the year. Yeah, there's so many wonderful organizations, you know, Cards for Cancer. There's the cards for Cubs, but right there in your own neck of the woods, wherever you guys live, you probably have opportunities to donate cards that you can explore with retirement homes, nursing homes, churches, schools, libraries. You know what else you can do? You can make random acts of kindness and just leave them places, and people will find them and it'll make their day. I've found two so far out in the wild, people who have made, or just one was just a note on a post-it. Someone left a note and was like, hey, you're loved. Have a great day. And they stuck it to a grocery shelf. I mean, how easy is that to brighten someone's day? I left it there because I was like, ooh, that's a rack. I'm going to leave that. But it was cool to find it. Okay, one last share. I got a Calamity Jane postcard in that box of 500, and I'm framing this and putting it in my craft room. Calamity Jane, 1852 to 1903, was a nickname of Martha Jane Canary, a famous American frontierswoman. She was an expert with horse and rifle and served as a scout for General George Custer. In 1875, she moved to Deadwood and participated in the gold rush days of 1876. She is buried near the grave of Wild Bill Hickok, Black Hills, Deadwood, South Dakota. This is from 1985. I absolutely love the movie Calamity Jane with Doris Day. One of my favorite movies of all time. I grew up going, yep, that's me. I already knew I was a hot mess from a young age, and I loved Calamity Jane. I just loved her. And like when I found this in that box, I was like, oh my gosh. 500 postcards, completely random, and I got Calamity Jane. So I pulled this one out to frame it, and it's going up on my wall. So I already saw her because I have her posted up already, but I need to find a frame for her. Yeah, she's going on my wall. Now I think I've really shared everything to share in this video. I will not be live again until sometime next week, let's say the 3rd, because I'm going to be gone all weekend. And then on the 1st is when I share everything that I made in June. So on the 1st of every month, I share everything I made the month prior, and I share my crafty goals, which is a hashtag driven hop where lots of people share their crafty goals. So that's the 1st of the month. And the 2nd of the month is the sheet load. I have my sheet load made, and you guys, some of you are going to flip your lid. Some of you are going to love it. And some of you, I don't know what everyone will think. You can't make everybody happy, but I am super stoked about the sheet load this month and can't wait to share it with y'all, but I do have to wait. I have to wait until the 2nd. Also, I played with the June sheet load yesterday, question mark, yes. And I used the sheet load to decorate journal pages. So you can go check that out. That's really it. Yeah, I found a precious treasure of a Calamity Jane postcard. You know, it is the little things that make us so happy. Oh, Sharon, yes. I bet that is from my dad, because I watched Calamity Jane with him. He's the one that was like, you're probably going to like Calamity Jane and True Grit. Yeah, he was a Western guy. So Father Goose, Calamity Jane, True Grit, Rooster Cogburn, all those are some of my favorites. The sheet load is so much fun. All right. I love you guys. I hope you have a really awesome day, a really awesome rest of the weekend that's coming up. Tomorrow is my special video coming out for everyone. Then I'm going to be off until the 1st, the 2nd, and then the 3rd, I'll probably come back and hang out with y'all live around 5, 6, 7 a.m. I'm on summer hours, so it's so roll of the dice, but it'll be in the morning. All right. Love you guys so much. Y'all have a super awesome day. Bye.